Okay, this is a follow-up video to the video I made on this frame here, the FX1 from Can-Am Rotors, and you guys gave some great feedback to this company, and they've come up with some changes. I wanted to show you what these changes were. So the biggest complaint, and I think the one that I also complained about, was that the bottom plate and the side plates were too thin at 1.5 millimeters. So they went back and constructed 2 millimeter side plates and bottom plate here on this one. Now this actual like plate here for the battery should have these holes, and this one, they didn't send this one to me. This was the old one. It's still 1.5 millimeters. It should look like the one on this other frame here. This is the UL1. They took that feedback and they added the holes there so you can still mount your 20 by 20 stack without having to take the frame apart. Now this one here is 2 millimeters, and that's for the side plates, bottom plate, and the battery plates, all 2 millimeters now. This also on the FX1, this is all 2 millimeters as well. So definitely gives the frame a sturdier feel, and yeah, nothing feels like kind of loose or kind of jiggling around or anything like that. It does feel much more solid. I don't know why they didn't send me the same battery plate that's on this one. Also, they didn't send me a complete set of hardware, so I had to like source some of my own stuff to put both frames together. Yeah, probably just a minor oversight on their part. Now the arms here are a little bit different in these two different frames. You can see that the UL1 here has, they're both 5 millimeter thick arms, but this one's a little bit skinnier, 6 millimeters wide on this one. This one's for smaller motors, so this is going to have a 12 by 16 millimeter hole pattern for your motors. Probably things like 1606, 1806 type motors. And then this one's a 5 millimeter by a 7 millimeter wide arm for your bigger, like 2205 size motors. So it's going to be a 16 by 19 size hole pattern for mounting. So obviously you're going to have a weight difference here. So let me just show you what those weights are. So the FX1 now comes in at 66.5, 66.6 grams. Actually, I don't remember offhand what it was in the old video, so I'll just link that down in the description. And then the UL1 here should be a little lighter. It's coming at 57 grams even. And you can see here that we have these 3D printed parts here in the standoffs, and this one is like a GoPro mount if you want to put a GoPro on here. I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to build like an ultralight. I'll show you here that in a second. But yeah, if you want to use this part, you could do that here. This actually goes into the standoffs, and then it has an adjustable angle so you get more tilt or less tilt. If you just use the standard TPU print here, then you just get an SMA hole in the back here and some antenna holes. So I'll be using that. Still 20 by 20 stacks. So I'm actually going to build this one here, the UL1. I actually specifically requested this one because I wanted to do a conversion project. You know, I like my conversion projects. I'm going to take this LDARC. This is the 200 GT. So it's got a 20 by 20 stack. It's got some 1806 2500 kV motors, 5-inch setup here. I got pretty long flight times on like a 1300 milliamp hour LiPo, so I'm gonna try and move all the stuff over from here to the UL1. I'm gonna add probably like a split mini or CATX turtle for HD video recording, and because the arms in this dead cat style are back, there shouldn't be any props in view. Yeah, I think well, I'll talk about that in the video. It's not going to be in this video, but stay tuned for that video. This conversion project over here, I'm still kind of putting my thoughts together and ideas on what I want to do. It's going to be an ultralight setup, similar to here, ultralight setup. But yeah, we're going to have HD video and probably going to have some pretty good long flight times. So maybe do some mid-range, not quite long range or mid-range here on an ultralight 5-inch. You know, not quite sub 250, but I'm thinking somewhere in the 300 to 350 weight range with a battery. You know, I think that'd be pretty compelling. And yeah, so stay tuned for that video. That's pretty much it for this one. I just wanted to give you guys an update on these frames. Now there is a 7-inch version, I believe, of this dead cat style here of the FX1. I don't have that one, but I believe Justin over at Drone Cramps has that one. So if you want to check out the 7-inch build, I'm not sure when he's going to do that. Go check out his channel. He'll probably have that video at some point. But I'm probably not going to build this one. I might just be giving this away to one of my patrons at some point. I am definitely going to be building this guy here in the 200 GT conversion. That should be pretty interesting. Let's see how light I can get it and how much flight time I can get and some HD video. Now I'll probably put a GPS on top here for GPS rescue. Maybe do some receiver testing with it. I don't know. Should be an interesting platform for testing, and I think I'll be a good flyer. I like these dead cat style frames. Anyway guys, it's going to do it for this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.